This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sideline. Holly?
Checking in with the Texas Tech head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Reese?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Red Raiders ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Dumps it off in the flats. Oh, he's got some space. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, it's a really nice job by the quarterback that time, working through his progressions because the running back was not the primary target on that play. You find the check down, though, and when you get it to that guy, if he's even got a little bit of room, he's got the wiggle and the speed, he's going to make something really positive happen. He did right there.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
Setting up the screen. Open space at the 25. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it home.
Has it. Into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start for the offense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Guys, let's think big picture about Texas Tech. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Quarterback gets the first down and more. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Ready? Go, go.
Here's a give to Robinson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Sooners are rolling down the field. On the run, it's Avant.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to the ground game on the left. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The give is to Williams. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be second and 8.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic.
He'll take the deep shot. Upstairs, he's got it. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Makes the grab, it's Simmons. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is...
Maybe headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll They'll try to get it in with the run. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Lining up to add another.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They've got it at the 41, 30 short, trying to keep the chains moving. Back to throw, it's Mateer. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them real.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Caught by Williams on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Grabs it in the middle. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. short. The power run here. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Picks up the first down. Got a little grass. At the 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I gotta tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 9 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Mustangs with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Right back to the well. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets
intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Trying to take it back at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet.
Ball's in the deep ball. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. He goes right back to the air. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The QB had all day to throw the football. That's the good news. The bad news is he couldn't find anybody open. He couldn't deliver the ball to him. So let's see if they can get some chemistry going with the wide receiver and quarterback throughout this game.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. Quick completion on the out route. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
That's caught. It's Sategna. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way, but this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Sooners come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Moving away from pressure. Shakes off the defender. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Now on the move. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
Now it's 3rd and goal. On the ground. Touchdown Sooners! And the pummeling has started.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Turns it on at midfield. Busts through behind his pad. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Fires to the right. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Looking for a man, it's Hammond. Pocket breaking down. Back's looking for the goal line. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. The Sooners ready to go on offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Sooners decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They'll stop the clock here as one of the Red Raiders remains down. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Man, that's exactly how you draw it up. You want to drop back. You want to play coverage. You want to make sure you don't give up a big play. You got to lead in the fourth quarter, but it also involves you tackling.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Nice awareness by this defensive end. Nice job. The first key, it looks like a run, right? It's a bootleg, so I need to play run.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throwing right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Salt interwove, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hudson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Looking for a big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep.
Snags it, and he's open. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. First down for this offense. It'll be a draw. Fighting off the defender.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
To throw, it's Mateer. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give is to Williams. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. Powers through and runs through another one. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Pressure coming. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Escapes the pressure going right. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window.